And welcome to our guests from New Zealand and Australia for today's webinar on saving time and money through shipping online. A special kia ora and good afternoon to our guests in New Zealand, and across the Tasman, good morning and a warm welcome to our guest from Australia. For our webinar today, do note that this session will be recorded and we will be able to share details of the webinar later. I would also like to advise that we'll be able to take questions and answers via the Zoom chat message system. So to begin our webinar for today, I would like to introduce our panelists representing the FedEx customer technology and marketing teams. So to start with, a quick hello to Tom Tang from our customer technology team in Melbourne. Hello, Tom. Okay.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Thank you, Tom. And joining Tom from our customer technology team is Mark Chrysantha, based in Sydney. So a quick hello to Mark.
Hey all.
Okay, thank you, Mark. And last but not least, we have Matthew's Child from our marketing team in Sydney as well. Matthew, of course, is the gentleman who has helped arrange the invitations for today's webinar. Hello to Matthew.
Hello, everyone.
Okay. And thank you, Matthew. And back to myself, my name is Dean Gum. I'm based in Sydney, Australia, as part of the FedEx International Sales team. So for today's session, the time frame should be just on 30 minutes. And what we will be sharing in the agenda for today is an overview of FedEx Ship Manager and the benefits it brings, how to get started with FedEx Ship Manager online. We'll also provide a demonstration on how to create a shipment online and an overview of FedEx Electronic Trade Documents, or ETD for short. Plus, of course, we'll have an opportunity for questions and answers. So to begin for today with the overview of FedEx Ship Manager, I'd like to invite Matthew to help with some sharing. Over to you, Matthew.
Thank you, Dean. So FedEx Ship Manager, it's our shipping solution that you can use to improve efficiency and to also automate your entire shipping process. So FedEx Ship Manager, also known as FSM, is available online at fedex.com and via software installation. So how can FedEx Ship Manager help you? First and foremost, it enables you to get your rates and transit times quickly and easily. It also enables you to conveniently schedule pickups online without picking up the phone. It enables you to save time preparing shipments with the ability to save frequently used information for future shipping needs. It also provides you with full visibility of your shipments throughout your supply chain, providing push proactive email notifications to be set up for the sender, recipient, or also third parties. It also makes customs clearance documents easy. It enables you to generate customs clearance documents with your airway bill and also transmit documents electronically to save you time and to also help you avoid customs delays.
Excellent. Thank you for the sharing, Matthew. So we can see there are definitely a lot of benefits through the online shipping. And how to do it? Quite easy in 3 steps. Number 1, of course, is to first have a FedEx account number. You can either apply for an account online via the FedEx website or speak to your FedEx account manager. Once you have your account number, then just go to the FedEx website to create a FedEx user ID. And once you have created your ID and login, you can then link to Ship Online straight away. So moving into how to create the user ID with FedEx, on the FedEx website, so if you're in Australia, fedex.com/au, and for New Zealand, fedex.com/NZ. At the top right of the page, you'll find a link for sign up/login. And then on the basis that you already have a FedEx 9-digit account number, just look for the second last option, which is I already have a FedEx account. Once you click on that link, then you'll be guided to the next section where you can create your user ID and password. With the password, do note it's alphanumeric and requiring at least one upper and one lowercase letter. There is also a security question and answer that you can set, and then it's just a matter of filling in your contact details. Do note, for the address, please enter your physical street address. There's also a field for the state or province, but please note, for the Australian and New Zealand address book, no need to enter the state or province. Once you have entered your contact details, name and address, then click on Accept down below on the bottom right. After that step, all that we need to do next is enter our 9-digit FedEx account number, and then we can continue straight away to proceed with shipping. So with this in mind now, let us look at an example of how to create a shipment online. So I'd like to pass over to Mark for a quick demo. Over to you, Mark.
Thanks, Dean. Okay, thanks, Dean, for helping us to create a FedEx.com login. So now we have our FedEx.com login. So we'll go and create a outbound shipment. So once you successfully log in, your name will appear on the right-hand side top corner of the screen, just to indicate that you have successfully logged in. Okay. To how to access the shipping screen. There are two ways to access the shipping screen. You can either click on the ship button on the middle of the screen, or you can click shipping and ship now from the drop-down menu. Either way, it will take you to the shipping page of the FedEx Ship Manager. Okay. So this is our main shipping page. It has been segmented to a couple of sections, which will make your life easy to create a FedEx shipment. The first section is From section, where we have the sender information. By default, this will have the information you have entered during the registration process. But if you want to change any of this information, you can just click Edit button and amend the details as you required. Then we'll move to section 2, where you have to indicate where you want to ship to. It's basically the recipient's address details. You put the country, the company name, contact name, things like that. Thing to know, if you notice, there's a star mark or asterisk mark on just before some of the fields. That's to indicate those fields are mandatory fields in the FedEx Ship Manager application. Okay. And also you can have address book of all your addresses which you have entered previously for the shipping purposes. And you can just select that from the drop down. It will normally fill out all the information automatically. Okay. Next section is billing, where we indicate who's going to pay for the shipment. Billing transportation charges will have either shipper, recipient, or third party. Just a thing to keep in mind. So if you select recipient, you have to provide an active FedEx account number for account number fields under billing and transportation. Okay. Next, who's going to pay for the duties and taxes? You can indicate who's going to pay. Then if you have the account number, you can indicate there, but in this case, you don't have to provide the account number for duties and taxes if you don't have account number for recipient. Okay. Then we have the reference information. Reference information is very handy when the FedEx sends you the bill at the end of the month, which we normally indicate the reference number you have insert in this field on your billing. So you can just use that one to cross-reference your billing with the AR bill number, AR bills you have shipped out. Then we have some additional reference if you want to use as well. Okay. Then we can move to section number 4, where we have the services. Ship date. Ship date, by default, it will have today's date, but if you want to prepare advanced day shipping, assuming you want to create a shipment in next week, you can do so by selecting that date from the date menu. But you can only go up to 10 days in advance with this option. Then we can select package content. It can be either documents or products. So if you just select documents, you can just then say what type of a document you are sending, and you can select appropriate description from the drop-down. Or if you are sending products and commodities, which I'm going to use during this demo, you can just select product and commodities. Then we can move to the next section where we can select the service type. In FedEx, we have priority options and economy options. So we have international priority, international economy. Then if your shipment or package weight more than 68 kilos, you can select our freight options as well. Okay. Then we'll move to section number 5, where we can indicate what type of packaging we are going to use for this particular shipment. It can be any of your packaging, can be a brown box, or it can be any of the FedEx packaging type as well. Then you can select a number of packages you're planning to ship on this particular shipment. In this particular version of FedEx Ship Manager, you can go up to 25 pieces per box, per shipment. That's me. So up to 25 boxes can be sent into single address using this software version. Then we can indicate the weight of the shipment. Then the dimensions of the shipment. Dimension is not a mandatory, but if you indicate dimension, which is very good when you get a rate code from the FedEx Ship Manager, which will give you much accurate rate. Okay. Then purpose of shipment, it can be commercial, gift, sample, based on your shipping purpose, you can select appropriately. Then we move to section number 6. Okay. So under commodity information, you can type what kind of item you are shipping. So we normally ask customer to indicate a much descriptive description of the item they are shipping. So for example, if you're sending shoes, you can don't just say shoes, you have to say what type of shoes and what is made of. So a good example is football shoes, 100% leather. So when it goes to customs, they have an idea what kind of item inside the boxes and what is the duty component for that particular shipment for these items. Then they can fill out the unit of measure, quantity, how many pieces are going on, total weight or per unit weight. Then the value for customs, country of manufacture, and harmonized code or HS code. It's not a mandatory field, but it's a very good field to indicate if you know your HS code, because that will classify what's the duty component for your items, which is very easy and which will make your package go through custom much faster. If you don't know the code, you can just click on the get code button towards the right hand side and go through the options to find out what is the best harmonized code for your description. So once you fill out that information, you can click add this commodity button to add that commodity to the shipment. Likewise, you can keep adding item to the shipment to complete the shipment commodity information. Then we'll move to section where we indicate pickup and drop off. So I'm just going to say schedule a pickup online option, select that. Then it will normally have the recipient pickup address, then number of packages ready for pickup, total weight of the shipment, pickup date, ready time, and when you last time available for the pickup. And also there's a message section where you can type a message to the courier, something like the package will be at the guard room, or please bring me some FedEx envelope, something like that. You can just type it up under 25 characters. Then we'll move to the section where we have email notification to indicate what type of notification you want to notify. You can have ship, pickup, exception, and delivery notifications. Next section is rate, where you can find out what's the rate for this particular shipment is. you can just press calculate button to get the rate for the shipment. Okay, then we'll move to the section 7, the custom documentation. Okay, FedEx will help you to create a commercial invoice if you don't have your own commercial invoice. So we will normally use the information you have entered in section 6, commodity information, to create the commercial invoice for you. You can just select commercial invoice and say use FedEx generated documentation to use the FedEx commercial invoice. But if you have your own commercial invoice, you can just say use my own and choose that file from the from your machine. Okay. Then the final step of the shipment, you just press ship to complete the shipment. So once you press ship, you will come up with the label screen where it will have the label, and it will normally say what's your tracking number and what's your pickup number as well. So then you can just press print to print that label on an A4 paper and hand it over to the courier when he comes to the pickup. So team, Dean, is back to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mark, for that overview. Do note, we'll take an opportunity for any particular questions and answers regarding the online shipping. And I'll take a quick note that we have a query from Jim asking weight referring to the total weight of the shipment. So in the initial packaging area, which Mark previously showed, yes, that is the shipment weight. So you have the option, if you are sending multiple packages under the one consignment or airway bill, where you can actually enter the weight per package or just enter the weight for the total shipment. But again, the whole scenario is entering the shipment weight itself. Okay. Also, do take note that a lot of the information, especially if this is repeat or regular information that you are using, can often be saved. For example, the recipient address book, as well as your commodities for customs itself. And of course, in terms of customs itself, you have the option to utilize your own trade document or use the FedEx generated document, as Mark shared. So there's another question from Peter regarding will you run through the import scenario as well? For the time frame of this webinar, we won't actually have enough time to walk through the import option, but the brief functionality, Peter, for reference, if you can visualize the original ship screen, the top left, there is a tab under ship. And then when you click on the ship tab, you'll see the option for import. And imagine once you have selected import, it's very similar to what Mark has shown. One of the options in particular is to generate an email label where your shipping information will be sent to your supplier or to the shipper, who can then update the shipment details based on the information that you have sent, and then that can allow them to continue to prepare the shipping documents. Otherwise, coming back to the query, Peter, we can also reach out to you to provide a specific walkthrough on the import process. Another question with regards to from Felicity, my apologies, will the billing details be defaulted? So yes, Felicity, there are two ways to default the billing details. One is in preferences. So if you can visualize on the top right, there'll be an option for preferences where you can default your billing options, sender, recipient, third party, etc. You can also use preferences to set defaults on service, packaging, as well as other options such as email alerts as well. A second option to add to this is at the recipient level, you may have a specific customer who has a specific billing requirement. So you can also set the billing instructions according to the recipient as well. We call this profiles, which a profile will load not only the address, but any shipping instructions that you want to default for that customer as well. Of course, you can still edit during the process if needed. The next question, and I think this will be the last one before we move on, regarding ETD or Electronic Trade Documents. And absolutely a great question to ask, because that is actually the next topic for our webinar. So now I would like to invite Matthew to share more on FedEx Electronic Trade Documents, or ETD for short. Thank you, Matthew.
Yeah, thank you, Dean. So ETD, Electronic Trade Documents, it's our automated international shipping solution that allows you to submit your trade documents, for example, commercial invoices, electronically. So ETD reduces paper waste, allows for a faster pickup experience, and also speeds up the pre-clearance process. So how can FedEx Electronic Trade Documents help you? So some of the key customer benefits are, firstly, it enables you to upload documents quickly. So simply upload your own documents or use FedEx generated trade documents. It also enables you to customize the paperwork by uploading your company letterhead and also your signature image. Second to that, it also enables you to save time and money, particularly by submitting your documents electronically. You don't have to manually sign, fold, stuff, and also attach that paperwork to each shipment. Plus, it also saves you on paper, energy, and printing costs. So a really good added benefit there. And then finally, it provides you with peace of mind, particularly with pre-clearance assistance and proactive customer help. You can get a head start with customs clearance and also avoid any potential delays.
Thank you very much for the update there from Matthew. I'd now like to pass over to Tom, who will share a little bit more detail on how to actually use ETD. Thank you, Tom.
Thanks, Dean. So how to prepare a shipment with ETD at the FedEx Ship Manager? To use the ETD function on the FedEx Ship Manager online, you have to go to the preferences at the top right corner of the shipping page. And then this preference page is where you can set defaults to your shipping screen, such as the sender's, the recipient, or packager details, as well as the ETD option. So in the international preference section, tick Enable Electronic Trade Document option, and then click Save Changes at the bottom. Now you are able to process shipments with ETD enabled and enjoy the benefits of ETD shipping to save time and secure the document online. Back to you, Dean.
Okay, thank you again, Tom. So we can see ETD, definitely significant benefits in terms of the shipping process, paperless shipping, and of course, avoiding clearance delays by enabling the pre-clearance. We'll now move on to general questions and answers. Firstly, I do see that there are a few more questions that our guests have raised on the chat message. So I'll quickly address some of those questions, and then we'll come to some common FAQs, or frequently asked questions. So to begin with, we've had a query from Jay. So hello to you, Jay. So Jay is using the new version of FedEx Ship Manager. So for reference, the new version, or the new generation version, is a simplified user interface. So depending upon the need, for example, to utilize electronic trade documents at the moment, the current version is recommended. So for example, if you're mostly sending standard non-document shipments itself with no particular support requirements, then ETD would be recommended. So that would be when to use the current version. Do note, it's only a matter of time until the new version does include the ETD option. Okay. In another question, which I believe is similar, from Nicoleon, does the new online version also have the ETD feature? So very similarly related. At the moment, the new version does not yet support ETD. However, work is in progress to enable that functionality as well. So to help clarify, in terms of the new version, that has a very simplified user interface for which the features are very straightforward. So again, to take advantage of ETD, as we've shared, it is recommended to use the current or the original version. Okay. Moving on. Jim, I see there's a query. Can we import a current database of customers or addresses and commodities from version 12 Manager? So I think you may be referring to the Ship Manager software. So in short, the answer is yes for that one. It's best to reach out to our customer technology team who can help walk you through the process. Okay. A question from Jennifer. Can you do an edit if the recipients change each time of shipping? So I guess a couple of points in that one. If the shipping label has already been created, however, the customer address has changed in the time being, you can go into the ship history to edit, which effectively allows you to update the details and generate a new shipping label with new airway bill. Alternately, of course, can also edit and update the address book. Okay, we'll come back to some more of the questions that have been raised, but for now, let us share some of the frequently asked questions. So the first question that we have, how can I find my FedEx account number in FedEx Ship Manager online? So can I pass to Mark to help share the answer on that?
Thanks, Dean. Yeah, this is a very common question that we normally get. So it's a very easy process to find out where your account number is. So once you successfully log into FedEx Ship Manager online, you can click on the account drop-down option, then select My Profile. Then under My Profile, you can just select the hyperlink saying Account Management. So once you go to Account Management, your account number will appear on the middle of the screen. Yep, back to you, Dean.
Okay, thank you very much, Mark. Moving on, question number 2. How do I edit information after the airway bill has been created online? And this also links back, I believe, to Jennifer's question as well. So back to you for Mark on that one.
Yep, so it's similar to Jennifer's questions. So, so what you have to do is you go to Ship History tab on your FedEx Ship Manager online, select that. Then you select the shipment which you want to edit, and you click the button saying copy to my profile. So once you click copy to my profile, it will create a profile in your FedEx Ship Manager shipping page. Then you go to your shipping page. Under my shipping profile, you select the profile you have created. Then you can do any of the amendments you want to create. So it can be a change date or address or the service, anything like that. And you create the shipment and press ship to finalize the shipment. Yep. So back to you.
Right. Thank you, Mark. And I'll quickly come back. Jennifer has actually updated her query regarding the change of address, asking, can we still do the ETD, or Electronic Trade Documents, if the recipients change? So Mark, I'll check with you on that one, but I imagine if we can edit the shipment, then we still should be able to edit and update ETD. So is that correct, Mark?
Yep, that's correct. So it will be just treated as a new shipment, as a new recipient, so it's a new ETD shipment at the end. Yep.
Great, thank you for sharing on that one, Mark. Also, before we move on to the next question, quickly noting another query from Jim talking about saved shipments. So yes, there is the ability to save shipments. You can finish them off later. So Jim's question, can shipments be saved, save shipments up to 10 days, can we still edit the ship date? So Mark, would you be able to answer that one?
Yeah, so if you're using the save ship date option, that shipment are saved for longer than 10 days. It will be saved in the shipment profiles for longer than 10 days. And you just select the shipment from your pending shipment, select that, and you can edit the dates on the shipping page as you wish.
Okay, thank you very much for that one, Mark. A quick question I'll take from Jim as well. Will the rates include the over-length surcharges? So the general answer is, in terms of the online rate quotes, based upon the information that has been entered, so we look at the package weight, the package dimensions as well, then the online quote will allow, for example, the volume discounter if there is one, and any applicable surcharge. So that could include the fuel surcharge, as well as the temporary peak surcharge, and in this example, the overlength surcharge as well. But again, that all depends upon the information that has been entered up front in order for Ship Manager to calculate the charges. Okay, let's continue now. So question 3, how do I reprint a shipping label after I've actually created the airway bill itself? So Mark, can we come back to you on that one?
Yes, Steve. Okay, this is a very, very common question that we normally get raised from our customers. So it's a very easy process. You just go back to ship history, select the shipments you want to reprint, and click on the reprint button on the right-hand side bottom corner. Only thing to remember is you can only reprint the label up to 12 hours from creating the shipment. So after that, you won't be able to reprint. Yep, back to you, Dean.
Okay, much appreciated, Mark. Thank you for the sharing. We have another question, number 4. How do I schedule a next day pickup in FedEx Ship Manager? So this time I'd like to hand over to Tom for the answer, please.
Yep. To schedule a next day pickup, simply change the ship date on Part 4 services, and then it will automatically change the ship date in the pickup drop-off section for you. Please note that online pickup can be scheduled up to 2 days in advance. Thanks, Steve.
Okay, thank you for that one, Tom. Okay, the next question. So Tom, please don't go away yet. How do I change the pickup address in FedEx Ship Manager online? So thank you, Tom.
Yep, that's simple. So to change the pickup address, go to Pickup Drop-Off section, click on Edit next to the pickup address, and then modify the pickup address, and done. Thank you.
Okay, so quite straightforward. Thank you, Tom. Another question that has been raised is in terms of the commodities. So how do I organize my shipment if there are multiple or different commodities using Ship Manager? So again, back to Tom, please.
Yep. So firstly, the key information required includes detailed descriptions, quantity, dollar values, country of manufacture, etc. If you use your own commercial invoice, and this includes all commodity details, then you will only need to enter one commodity, maximum of 4, into Section 6, commodity information, as this will be reflected in the airway bill description. If you need further support on this part, please contact your account manager for help. Thank you, Dean.
Okay, again, thank you, Tom, on that one. I just wanted to highlight back to question 6, the importance, regardless of the number of commodities, from a customs processing perspective, it's very important to include detailed descriptions, dollar values, manufacture, and quantities. So whether you utilize the FedEx generated document or your own invoice or document, please ensure that the appropriate descriptions and details have been included. Okay, moving on. So now coming on to question number 7. So what countries accept a shipment using FedEx Electronic Trade Documents? So coming back to Matthew, if you could help answer that one, please.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. So ETD can be used for both import and export shipments. To check if it's available in the countries that you ship from or to, please refer to our website and go to FedEx Electronic Trade Documents, which you can use in the search function, and navigate through the page. And there in that page, you'll find a PDF that outlines all of the countries that accept ETD. On that page, you'll also find a series of additional FAQ questions where we've provided answers to those questions for you to refer to at your own pace in your own time. Thanks, Dean.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Matthew. And on that point about the search as well, we could also just type ETD in the search function, which will also take us to the same link as well. Okay, before we move on, there's a couple of other questions that we'll address. So coming to, Peter has asked if we will be able to provide a link to the recording of this session. So I believe, Matthew, you'll give a nod or a thumbs up for that one. So yes, we will be providing the resources as well as a copy of the PDF from this session as well. So glad to be able to share this after the session itself. Coming to Kimberly, asking about pickup times. I guess the short version for this one is, Kimberly, it's best to actually speak to your local account manager who will be able to provide the respective cutoff times. So we don't actually have a worldwide directory as such of cut-off times for all locations, it really being location specific, it is best to speak to your account manager. Also noting that the cut-off times may change from time to time as well. So if you need assistance with reaching your account manager, feel free to let us know. And I think similar to Jennifer's question, talking about how do I know who my account manager is? Well, in fact, Jennifer, one way, of course, is to reach to our customer service, but we'll also be sharing a short poll at the end of this webinar, where if you would like to be contacted by your account manager, then you can just simply fill in the details. So Jennifer, please stand by for a couple of minutes and watch out for the poll where you can enter your details. Okay, Matthew, I hope you haven't gone away yet, because I'd like you to share some more details about the efficiencies of Ship Manager Online. So back to Matthew.
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks very much, Dean. So today we've really talked about to start using FedEx Ship Manager Online and the benefits that occur when you do start to use our digital tools. Specifically, the ability to conveniently schedule pickups online with full visibility, the ability to save time by accessing rates and preparing shipments in your own time, and also it makes customs clearance easy. We've also highlighted the benefits of preparing your shipments with ETD, or FedEx Electronic Trade Documents, which provides you with the ability to upload your documents quickly, save time and money, and also provides you with peace of mind with customs pre-clearance assistance. I also want to highlight that we've got a manual airway bill surcharge in place for Australia and New Zealand. For Australia, it's currently $20 per piece at a minimum order quantity of 1 piece. And for New Zealand, it's $12.50 per shipment. So ship online at fedex.com and say goodbye to the manual airway bill surcharge. Thank you very much. Back to you, Dean.
Thank you very much, Matthew. Obviously, with manual paperwork processing, we really want to avoid that because of the challenges to process those manual shipments as well. Now, we do have a few links for resources, for example, job aids for using Ship Manager as well as electronic trade documents. So what we will be doing is sharing a PDF of this webinar, which will include those links as well. Okay, so please stand by for the PDF which Matthew will be sharing out. Thank you for that one. So to close off, we will actually like to invite our guests to participate in a short poll, which I'll invite Matthew to now share this online. Quite a few simple questions. Very simply, just to give some feedback on this particular webinar and whether you'll be interested to join similar webinars in future. We'd also like to know if you would refer a friend or colleague to attend similar FedEx webinars. And the last question is, would you like to be contacted by an account manager? So again, I think that will come back to Jennifer's question, but definitely for all of our guests in New Zealand as well as Australia, if you'd like to know more about FedEx options, definitely it is helpful to speak to your local account manager who can help find the best solution according to your business needs. Okay. Okay. So I think that's coming toward the end of the webinar itself. We'll just allow another 30 seconds or so for our guests to help fill in the poll. And do take note that we will be sharing more resources for shipping with FedEx, but more importantly, how to bring your business to the world and of course to streamline the entire shipping process. So what I'd like to do is take the final moment to say thank you to our panelists today. So thank you to Mark and Tom from our customer technology team, and also thank you to Matthew. The final sharing that we have is for technical support. If you are in Australia, there is a toll-free number, 1300 138 759. New Zealand customers, 0800 533 339. We also have an email address, fdxhelpdesk@fedex.com. This is for technical support. You can also find these contact details on the FedEx website, just click at the top for support and contact us. We'll also take note of the questions that have been raised and update those in the PDF, so you have these as a reference as well. So thank you for your time, everyone. Wishing you a safe rest of week, and we look forward to hearing from you and supporting your business. That's it from the FedEx team, so bye for now.